Hello everyone, my name is Priya Elizabeth Jones, register number URK17CA073. Today we're gonna see experiment number 8, that is file handling. The first aim of this experiment is to write a Java program to read the text file. Now we'll see the program, how does it work. We have created a class called myStruct which contains string variable as str and then integer as occurrence. myStruct, which we're creating a function called myStruct which contains two arguments. We are initializing the two arguments, string and then the occurrence, and we are creating a class called readIt with the main function, which and then we are creating a file named infile. File object is infile and then the file name is f2.text. Similarly, we are initializing the scanner object like scanner file, and then we're creating a new object for the scanner in the try block, and then we are initializing a count variable as 0. We are seeing like if file has next, if count is then file dot has next, will increment the count, and then the string variable is also string, it will be added to the string, and then again the space, and then we are creating an object for the class which we have created myStructure object, new myStructure count, and then we are stringing, we have initialized the string array a using the for loop and the length of the array. We are checking like if a of I is is equal to this thing, this character at a of I dot length minus 1 equal to dot a of I dot character at a of I dot length minus 1 equal to comma, we can say like a of I is equals to a of I substring 0 comma a of I dot length minus 2. Then myStruct, we are creating another object called recurrence, new myStructure struct a dot length. Using the for loop, we are initializing the required value. Using the for loop, we are initializing the required values, and we are checking like if it's a of I is not equal to checked, we'll initialize occurrence as 1, and then similarly we are creating another for loop. We are checking like if temp dot equals to a of j is checked, and then occurrence is incremented, and rec word dot occurrence is equals to, we are initializing the value. Then again we are creating a myStructure temp object abc comma 0, and then we are creating another text file which will give you the output for the word count in the alphabetical order. For like to produce it in the alphabetical order, for int a, we are using the for loop out file if the string is equal to rec of I dot occurrence, and then we are another for loop. Inside that for loop, we are creating another for loop, and then checking the condition like if rec of I dot occurrence is less than rec of j dot occurrence, temp dot object is equals to rec of I is equals to rec of j, and rec of j is equals to temp dot object. We are swapping the elements in here. Out file, we have the file which we have created, we are writing this thing inside the file, list of occurrence in order, and then we are for list of occurrence in order. To create this, we are we are creating this for loop, and then with the help of catch we are getting an IO exception with the object. Now we'll look onto the program. In f2.text I have written certain data like my name is Priya Elizabeth Jones, I am from Delhi, and my parents' native place is Kerala, but I was born and brought up in Delhi. So we look for this output word count. So in list of alphabetical order, so you can see I am comes first, and then so am comes first, so it's writing like a and all like that according to the alphabetical order, and then in the list of occurrences, like how much the occurrences first occurrence is like that and is having the more occurrence, like so we are printing and first, and then del p as 2, and then I as 2 is as 2, similarly like that. So this is how the output for the program comes. Now let's move on to the second question of this experiment. The second aim of this experiment deals with to write a program that will count the number of lines in each file. So now let's move on to the program. This is a program, like we're creating a class called test which contains the main function. We're creating 3 new files like file1, file2, file3, and then its location is this. We are initializing 3 counts like c1 is equals to 0, c2 is equals to 0, c3 is equals to 0. Under try, we are initializing 3 objects, scanner objects like s1 is equals to new scanner file for file1, file2 and file3. Using while s1 dot has next line, we are incrementing c plus c1, and then we are moving on to the next line. Similarly, for s2 dot has next line, we are incrementing c2, and then we are moving on to the next line. Similarly, while s3 dot has next line, we are incrementing c3 and moving on to next line. So after that, we are printing all the number of lines, like number of lines for file1 dot text is equals to c1, c2, c3, and then the catch block is created. Now we'll execute the program. Here you can see I have written, like for the first file1 we have 10 lines, file2 we have 7, and then file3 we have 5. So I have executed the program. Now you can see 10, 7 and 5. So this is the output of the program. Now let's move on to the next experiment. The next aim of this experiment is to write a phone directory program that keeps a list of names and phone numbers in a file. So this is the program. We have created a class called directory which contains the main function which throws an IO exception. The files, we have created a new file and the scanner object to get the input from the user. We have created an array A of size 5 and then string name of size 5 and number of 5. We have initialized another value for name, string name 1 and then name num1. Similarly for string C, using the do while loop, we are trying the user will enter the choice, like enter the user choice, is it to add details, edit details and search. We are getting the input from the user in this, and then with the help of try block, if the choice is equal to 1, the file writer will write onto the file to write, will create a new object for the writing part, and then with the help of for loop we are entering the name and then name, phone number, and then to write onto the file we'll write writer.write name is equals to name of 5, and then writer.write number is equals to num of 5, and then we'll close the writer. If the user's choice is 2, we'll start with the file writer, another writing object will be creating, and then we are entering like whose details you want to edit. We'll enter the number of the person whose details we want to edit and the name, and then number will be entering. Again, using the for loop, they will edit the name and the number. Again, we will close the writer. If the choice of the user is 3, they will ask you to enter the name you want to search, and then using the for loop, they will give you the number of the required person. Else in the system you want to continue or not, you have to give the input from the user. Now we'll run the program and see. they're asking us to enter the user choice. I'm giving it as add details. Here you can see I have entered the value. So in file they'll ask us to replace. Yeah, I have entered the value now. Now I'm going to do certain I'm going to search for a number, like enter the name you want to search. I'm writing it as Priya. Then you know, like the number will be visible. Now I'm trying to continue, and I'm trying to edit the details. They'll ask whose details you want to edit. I'm giving it as second number. They're asking the name of the person, like new name you want to enter. And then enter the number. Continue, yes. Now we'll move on to the file and see. Here you can see Joe's has been replaced with Sam and with the number. So that's the end of the program. Thank you.